At the beginning of this story, a truck is shown traveling through a wilderness area with many Mexican workers. Each of them has their own stories and dreams. Among these Mexicans is a man named Moises, who has a teddy bear that starts playing music at any time. Moises doesn't know how to turn it off. The man next to him tells him to press the bear's stomach, and when he does, the music stops. These Mexicans are all trying to cross the border illegally into America to improve their lives. However, before they reach the Mexico-America border, their truck breaks down. The driver asks the passengers if any of them are mechanics. Moises raises his hand and says he is. He checks the truck and informs everyone that it can't be fixed and needs to be towed. Now, all the Mexican passengers on the truck, who want to go to America, have no other choice but to walk. So, they all start walking towards the American border. There are barbed wires there, and they all cross it to enter America. On the other side, a truck is shown on the road with a man drinking alcohol inside. He has a dog with him named Tracker. This man is here to hunt rabbits. As he fires his gun to hunt a rabbit, the sound of the shot scares the Mexican workers, who start running because they know they have entered America illegally. Here, in this wilderness area, it is so hot that everyone needs to drink water every few minutes. They all sit down to rest for a while and then start moving forward again. Meanwhile, the American man who just hunted the rabbit is shown again. His name is Sam, and an American policeman stops him. The policeman asks him if he is lost. Sam says no, he is here to hunt rabbits and doesn't think he needs a permit to hunt rabbits. The policeman says, "You are right. But you have to stay away from the border." Sam says to the policeman that he has heard the news that many people from Mexico are entering their country illegally from here. The policeman says he hasn't heard anything about it and then leaves from there. Sam then continues hunting rabbits and finds a handkerchief in the bushes. He lets his dog sniff it and tells him to find. The dog starts running towards the area where the Mexican people just crossed the border into America, because the handkerchief belongs to one of them. As Sam follows his dog, he sees from a distance that many Mexican people have already entered American soil. However, not all of them have made it. 5 people are left behind and have been calling out, but the others don't stop because they know the area is dangerous and want to get away as quickly as possible. At that moment, the other 5 people who were behind see Sam, so they all hide behind the rocks. They see that Sam takes out his rifle, and one by one he targets everyone, and starts shooting at all the people present there. Although they try to escape, they can't because they are in an open field. Here, we realize that Sam is not an ordinary person, he is mentally unstable and a psycho. He derives satisfaction from killing them. Now, he tells his dog to get into the car because he wants to leave. However, his dog refuses to get in and it looks at one side and keeps barking. Sam understands that there are more people hiding nearby who are companions of those he just shot. Sam looks through the scope of his rifle and sees some heads. He then sends his dog after them, and the 5 people begin to run. Tracker catches one of them by the neck and kills him, then continues chasing the remaining 4. Before Tracker can reach them, they climb up a tree, so Tracker can't get to them. In the meantime, Sam also arrives at the location and climbs up with his rifle. The 4 people are desperately trying to escape, and Tracker also starts chasing them from a different route. They come to near a ditch. This means, now they need to jump to another rock. One by one, they jump, but one of them is scared. But he knows that if he doesn't jump, Tracker will kill him from behind, so he has no choice but to jump. However, taking courage in his mind, he jumps, but he doesn't land properly on the other rock. Before he can fall, Moises grabs his hand and tries to pull him up. From a distance, Sam sees this and aims his rifle. He shoots the person who is hanging, causing him to fall down. After this, Sam shoots at Moises as well, but he isn't hit and manages to escape with his 2 companions. However, Sam and his dog don't give up the chase. Sam's dog follows every command of Sam, and, being an incredibly intelligent dog, it leads Sam to wherever the group goes. The 3 of them are trying to escape using the rocks as cover, and Tracker brings Sam back to the same location once again. Sam starts following them over the rocks and gradually catches up. However, he only sees one of the 3 people. Just as he is about to shoot, the man falls down. Tracker then attacks the man. Within a few moments, Sam also arrives there and finishes him off with a shot. Now, only Moises and a girl are left, and they have hidden behind a rock, so Sam can't see them. Suddenly, the small teddy bear in Moises's bag starts making noise. Moises quickly pulls it out of his bag and shuts it off, although Sam and Tracker become suspicious, but they can't see them and eventually leave the place. After this, Moises and the girl, whose name is Adela, flee from there. Now the daylight is fading, and the darkness of night is beginning to fall, so they sit down in a place to rest. Adela tells Moises that she never wanted to leave her town, but her parents thought the town was not safe for her. They wanted her to move to America permanently, so they sent her with a man who has now also died. Moises tells Adela that his family is in Oakland, and they are still waiting for him. He says that he used to live there illegally, and one day, he got caught by the police because of a broken headlight on their car. It was decided that he would be sent to a detention center. When he was being sent away, Moises's young son came to see him. Holding the teddy bear, he says, "My son gave me this teddy bear, and I promised him I would come back and return it to him. However, my wife had advised me not to make such promises because she believes that I never kept any of my promises. I was then sent back to Mexico, and now I want to return to give the teddy bear back to my son." On the other side, Sam is shown sitting by a fire at night in the wilderness. Here, in this wilderness area, the days are extremely hot, and the nights are very cold. Sam decides that he will leave the next morning because he can't stand the heat. The next morning, as he is preparing to leave, just then, Adela spots him and tells Moises that the man who killed all their companions is nearby. Sam was getting ready to leave, and his dog was sleeping. Suddenly, Tracker wakes up and starts running towards the direction where Moises and Adela are. Sam grabs his gun and follows Tracker. When he reaches Tracker, he sees a teddy bear, and it is playing music. Sam realizes that the two survivors have set a trap to fool him. He then looks towards his car and sees that both Moises and Adela are running towards it. Sam fires shots at them from a distance, but he misses. Tracker then starts running towards the car while Moises is desperately trying to open the car door. Just before Tracker reaches them, they manage to open the door and get inside. Moises struggles but eventually starts the car, and they drive away. Moises says, "Now I'll drive straight to Chicago, no one can catch us." However, at that moment, Adela gets shot in the shoulder, causing Moises to lose control of the car, and the car flips over completely. In the accident, Moises is not injured. He takes Adela beside a cactus tree and seats her under the cactus plant. He retrieves a first aid kit from the car, and when he opens the box, he finds a flare gun and 2 shots. Moises tells Adela that he has to leave her there because she is injured and can't walk. Adela pleads with him, saying, "Don't leave me. If you go, he'll kill me." Moises responds, "If I stay here, he'll kill both of us. I have a son. I made a promise to him, and I want to reach him." Moises then leaves Adela there, taking the flare gun with him. On the other side, Sam reaches the truck but doesn't find Moises and Adela there. He starts moving in the direction where Adela is, but before he gets to her, he sees a flare shot in the sky, which has fired by Moises. Moises knows that Sam and Tracker will reach Adela because they are not far from the truck. Sam tells Tracker to leave the girl because she won't survive for long and to go after the man instead. Tracker obeys Sam's order and starts chasing Moises. Moises runs and hides among the cactus plants. As Tracker approaches, Moises fires at him with the flare gun, severely injuring the dog. When Sam arrives, he sees his beloved dog Tracker, taking its last breaths, writhing in pain. Reluctantly, he has to put Tracker out of his misery, shooting him to end his suffering. This fills Sam with pain and rage, and he becomes determined to kill Moises at any cost. Sam starts chasing Moises, firing shots at him. He sees Moises climbing up a rock, so he follows him up. Moises is hiding on the same rock, but Sam can't see him. When Moises gets the chance, he grabs Sam and jumps off the rock. Both of them fall to the ground, getting injured in the process. But Sam's condition is far worse because his leg is broken, and his rifle is out of reach. As Sam tries to crawl towards his rifle, Moises gets up first, grabs the rifle, and points it at Sam. Moises tells Sam, "You killed us all like we were animals." Sam pleads for his life, saying, "Don't kill me." Moises replies, "No, I won't shoot you. The wilderness will take care of you." He starts to leave, while Sam begs for help. Moises ignores his pleas and heads directly to Adela, who is taking her last breaths and is almost completely unconscious. Moises lifts Adela onto his shoulder, and telling her, "You must not lose hope. We'll be out of here soon." He carries her on his shoulder, and starts moving forward. Passing through Salt Lake, after a full day of walking, he finally sees the lights of vehicles ahead, indicating that they have reached the highway. Reaching the highway means they are close to their destination, and this is where the story ends. This Spanish film was highly praised by audiences and was released in 2015. It has a rating of 6 on IMDb. I hope you enjoyed the story.